These aren't the corny alternative guys that everybody constantly claims they are. This is further proof that this band stands as one of the definitive members of the modern alternative Big Four. Welcome to Around It Is Music, where today we're looking at the newest album from a band from my own state, Michigan. Metalcore and rock artist Prevail, and it is called True Power. This album has been hyped up almost as heavily as the previous release from them, that being Trauma, which came out back in 2019. While this is considered by some to be their heaviest album yet, I found there to be a huge showing for evolution, openness, and a general noticeable change in the band's work ethic. A lot of new elements, a lot of new surprises, a whole just genuine, like I just said, surprises. I expected at the same time that there was going to be that heaviness that everybody has claimed that there is, but like I said, there's a bigger sense of difference here on the album. People constantly discount these guys for some reason, and this album feels like the perfect middle finger to anybody with no real genuine criticism that just says, oh, they're basically just Nickelback, but for emo kids. So let's talk about some reasons why they're not just emo Nickelback. First and foremost, let's tackle the heavy parts of the album. Prevail is a band that follows the mixed-up sectional formula, with songs fitting into one of a few groups on the track list, those being fast and heavy, some emotional, and some mainstream appeal. Just because the labels seem basic doesn't mean that the content within suffers, as the songs have a lot of quality pumped into them, such as the lead single Body Bag. Concerning the sectional formula, you could say that Body Bag is comparable to Stuck in Your Head or Bow Down if you're looking at songs from earlier in their discography to sort of compare them against. This is the big-time song meant to grab your attention and reel you into things with a good mixture of I always fuck up his last name, Vanderbleg, his heavy vocals, and the other singer Brian Burkheiser's expansive arena rock vibe. There's a clear cut between what one part of the song serves to do and what the other one does, with a part for the moshers, and a part for the people at the barricade to yell back at the band. On the deeper end of heaviness, Choke and Visceral come to mind with their straight-on aggressive tendencies, with Choke being a song about dismissing the aforementioned haters, with the chorus stating, and I quote, "Reap what you sow every time you say my name. Choke. How about you choke me, daddy?" This combined with a nice guitar and drum fusion from members Steven Minoyan and Gabe Helgura, I probably fucked those names up because I'm bad with last names respectively, with the quick breakdown towards the later part of Choke having some nice variants that feels like everyone bounces off of each other, and it's an affair that seems based on equality from band member to band member. Switching over to Visceral, it's a straight up instrumental hype train in motion, with lead guitarist Steve still going hard on the strings on both guitar and bass, something that was a new discovery, finding out that he does both of these in studio more often than not. While I of course enjoy the hell out of Brian's big time vocals begging to be brought into a venue like MSG or an amphitheater, and Eric's brutal lines all over the place, this song feels like a demonstration purely for the instrumental parts of the band. Everybody's doing well, but like I said, Steve and Gabe respectively are just putting in the extra effort, and that's what makes this song such a heavy hitter in just under 3 minutes. I talked about some surprises and Steve doing multiple instruments. Another surprise is the amount of quality and pizzazz put into an album with a short time length on a lot of these songs. The aforementioned song Visceral comes in at 2 minutes and 44 seconds, and a total of 5 songs come in under 3 minutes outside of the tone-setting introduction song. The shortest song, The Negative, is a very quick track that makes sure all of its momentum is used properly, with Eric resorting to his rap vocals for the majority of things, and a bass line doing a lot of the heavy background work. I also really enjoyed the longer songs here, with the longest one coming right at the end of this action-packed album, being Doomed. It's a cool down from the high-impact ferocity of the album, piano and all, as it floats along. It's a rare thing that Eric provides purely clean vocals, and his verse is an equally beautiful part of the song, serving as proof that he can provide animalistic pieces to the puzzle, such as with past bangers like Gasoline and current songs like Visceral, while also delivering this clean performance. Some people may expect the band to close this album out with a heavy element, something to put a final bloody nail into the notion that they're a blip in the scene, but I think that putting this level of range forward like they did is a better path. Balance is key to a successful band and an enjoyable sound, and you can find both yin and yang, peace and panic all over True Power. Let's talk about a song that really snuck its way into being one of my favorites. It's Bad Things, a song that I'm seeing a good 50-50 split of people saying they fucking hate it and they fucking love it. It's a more mellowed out alternative rock song until a quick breakdown call out, but even then it stays on just enough of an even playing field to help it remain as a nice middle ground. FWYTYK, otherwise known as Fuck What You Think You Know, falls into a more expected soundscape as well, with some interesting instrumental choices that aid the overall song. I just want to talk about that real quick because it's just a good song. Bottom line, there's one message to be heard and understood with this album from the band. Range is a valuable weapon to have in the modern alternative scene, and Prevail is at the forefront of bands that make that critical and crucial step towards making it a whole part of their sound. They've not only been able to retain their initial cult following fans that have been here since the beginning, but they've also managed to attract new fans from album to album, from Heart vs. Mind to Lifelines to Trauma, and now here on True Power. And it's just consistently fresh ideas that keep me coming back to this band and constantly enjoying new parts of the band that I couldn't have expected. This is an album very much on par with Trauma, if not falling just a hair short for me personally in comparison to the other, because I played Trauma to death and still do on Spotify. If you look at my Spotify, like, all-time top albums, I bet you Trauma's like top 5. For that reason and the reasons listed above, True Power by Prevail gets an 8.5 out of 10 score. And that's a review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Are you one of the people who, and I'm not gonna be mad at you if you are you one of the people who fucking hates Prevail and you just don't see the appeal? Do you get the appeal and you want more people to appreciate the band? Let me know down in the comments section below. Hope you're staying hydrated. Hope you're having a good day. I switched those around on you. Get fucked. Overall, have a great day. See you next time.